is going to be pretty much staying in open water and working our baits. These marinas are good areas to hold fish on this lake. And I was standing there talking and missed one, and he come back and got it, thank goodness. Well, that gave me 7 anyway. Now, that particular one came out of a boat slip, but most of the fish we've been catching this morning have been coming off of the shallow ends and the banks between the boathouses, and been catching them on a jig and pig and a worm. But with this cloud cover, what fish are normally concentrated in this marina are just out cruising around. Until the sun comes out, boathouses and these marinas, it's going to be kind of hard to get a limit of fish. Of course, you know, a limit of those ain't going to do a guy a lot of good. He needs a few big ones to go with them. But anyway, I'm glad I got 7, regardless of what size they are.
While Orlando Wilson is catching a 7 bass limit this first overcast day of the Georgia Invitational, others are not faring as well. But in any tournament, there's always an angler who catches more than the rest.
Amari Moody of Georgia with a limit of 7 bass. This is the second time, I believe, you fished with us on our regular tournament circuit. Now watch this. You may pull in the lead. This is a good bunch of bass. 7 bass alive, and the weight, 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Moody, congratulations. You are now the leader. Can you tell me one thing? I won't ask you specifically. I won't ask you what lure, but what lure were you using?
Worms.
That's very helpful. What depth, what I meant to ask you, I don't care what kind of worm you're fishing.
Ball about 20 to 30 foot deep.
20 to 30 foot deep, that's right. Up or down?
Up.
Up. I say thank you very much. We appreciate that.
The bass must measure at least 12 inches to be counted in this competition. And many anglers here would settle for 1 that size. Only 9 7-fish limits are brought to the scales today. And as predicted, most of the fish caught are spotted bass.
You see this fish? And I want you to notice the spot. The spotted spots, as they're called, are these little blotches you see coming down the lateral line. And there's a number of other physiological differences. The mouth is slightly smaller, not to be confused with a small mouth. There's a patch of teeth on the tongue right here. Little small patch of teeth that the largemouth doesn't have. And it's just a general design, a much more streamlined, kind of a tarpon shape to the body and tail. They're real fine sport fish.
Stay on board for round 2 of the Georgia Invitational. The Bassmasters will be right back from Lake Sidney Lanier.
2020, an offer that will give you a new perspective on fishing. April 1st to 30th during Humminbird's 2020 rebate offer, buy either of America's best-selling depth sounders, LCR 2000 or LCR 2000 Portable. And with proof of purchase, receive a $20 rebate. Humminbird's 2020 rebate. See your local dealer for details or call Humminbird toll-free, 1-800-633-1468.
You know, whether you're chasing the African leopard like this big one here or the American black bass, the challenge to the sportsman is the same. I'm Ray Scott, the president of the Bass Anglers Sportsman Society. For nearly 20 years, we've been helping fishermen everywhere meet the challenge of bass fishing through our own exclusive society benefits and our publication, the Bassmaster magazine. As a Bass member, you'll get 9 big issues of our magazine each year, and every single issue is packed with tips and tactics and down-to-earth information on how to find bass and how to catch them. In addition to your subscription, you'll also receive an official membership packet including your own membership card, decal, handbook, and our handsome embroidered patch. And if you join during this special TV offer, I'll send you a bassing gift absolutely free. It's a bonus tackle pack, including a spool of string line, a pack of Mann's auger tail worms, an LC spinnerbait, and a supply of true turn brood hooks. And that's not all. If you act right away, I'll also include this free copy of Jackpot Basset for a grand total value of $9.95. That's right, it's all free, our gift to you with your $15 paid membership. Now, here's all you do to join Bass and enjoy your free gifts. Call toll-free 1-800-543-1300 or write Tackle Pack, P.O. Box Bass, Montgomery, Alabama 36141. Major credit cards are accepted, and remember, we guarantee your satisfaction or your money back. That number again, 1-800-543-1300.
The 291 Bassmasters start day 2 with only 3 pounds 1 ounce separating the first place basser from the 20th place contender. Virginia pro basser Woo Daves, only 3 ounces out of first, is fishing man-made brush piles sunk by crappie fishermen under a bridge. He had a plan.
Early in the morning, I've been fishing this brush pile in about 30 foot of water. I've had fair success. And down Young Deer Creek, I've got another brush pile in about 30 foot of water where I've done pretty good off of. And then I've got about 5 boat docks that are holding fish that got brush on them. And then later in the day, if the sun gets up or it tends to warm up, I'm taking a jig and pig in about 18 inches of water around real shallow boat docks that are just laying off the bank. The ones that are about half in the water and half out. And it's a place where you wouldn't think any fish would be this time of year. Way back in the back of these coves and stuff, I don't think anybody else is on that pattern. And I've been catching some real good largemouth doing that.
But there's someone else fishing the same boat dock pattern. Arkansas angler Jimmy Nolan, who was in 5th place yesterday. He's not catching the numbers, but the size is good.
The pattern right now is going on in this lake and is going on in practice is fishing these super shallow docks. These docks right here actually are too deep, believe it or not. Fish I'm catching are all out of a foot of water. I appreciate you not saying anything to anybody.
Dark, overcast, light rain. And frustration for many of these fishermen. Like Bassmaster Classic veteran Don Cajano of New York.
Lake Lanier is known for not giving up too many fish at any given time. It's basically known as a spotted bass lake and deep water fishing. And when you go out there and fish for 8 hours and you never get a bite or a strike or anything, things can get pretty grim. Because these spotted bass have been so messed up with all of this warm weather they've been having. Here it is, what, the 12th of December, and it's 70 degrees in the afternoons. Water temperature's about 4 or 5 degrees too high. And I think the majority of these fish are just out suspended over deep water. The shad are just out there swimming in 100 feet of water. And they're just not doing anything. And I fished a good number of tournaments down here, and I've always been lucky enough, it seems, to be able to get a few bites all over the place. Finishing the money 3 out of the 4 times that we've been here so far. But this trip, it just seemed the weather's got these fish just all over the place and no particular place, and you just can't get any bites.
The second day weigh-in, and the bags of bass aren't bountiful. Pre-tournament favorite Tom Mann Jr. takes the lead with a second-day catch of 9 pounds 9 ounces.
Anyway, he's got 7 spotted bass, and they're all close to that size. Consistency, a limit first day, a limit today. If he does it tomorrow, he's got a good chance of winning the big money, $30,000. Thank you.
And Gary Klein, only 1 ounce behind the leader, feels good about his chances.
I think probably the biggest advantage I have here from California, I'm really used to fishing a lot of clear water and light line. So the techniques, I'm real familiar with it. The technique I'm using here is called doodling. I'm shaking a little straight 4-inch worm. The thing about it, the water real quick. It's not like a conventional technique of worm fishing where you drag it across the bottom. I'm actually catching fish that are suspended or related like the docks or off a structure. And the fish will either hit the bait on the fall or as I'm swimming it across the bottom. So I can cover a lot more water, I feel, you know, a lot more quicker than the average angler can. And that's really helping me because I'm not catching any fish grouped up. I'm catching one here and one there. So I'm forced to cover a lot of water.
The Bassmasters will be right back with one of the closest finishes we've ever had, where 2 ounces are worth $30,000.
Why do I use original fish formula? Well, the answer is simple. Fish formula contains an oil base that perfectly duplicates the natural visual discharge given off by shad, crawfish, and virtually everything that game fish feed on. The remarkable scent and taste attractors included in fish formula stay on my lure or live bait longer, too, and at greater depths. It all boils down to the fact that original fish formula absolutely helps me catch both more and bigger bass than any other species that I fish for. I just don't go fishing without original fish formula.
The future of fishing has arrived. DuPont introduces Prime Co-Filament, a whole new fishing line technology. Prime is 2 lines in 1, a tough, flexible nylon sheet and a strong polyester core for half the stretch of ordinary line. Less stretch for a line so sensitive, you feel fish you didn't even know were there. With Prime, you set the hook faster with 3 times the hook setting power. Co-Filament Prime, only from DuPont. The final day, the last sprint for the Georgia Invitational crown. Tom Mann Jr. leads Gary Klein by only 1 ounce and Woo Daves by a pound. The anglers scramble this last round to bring home the gold. Running, casting, jerking, and casting again, trying for that 1 fish an hour that will bring him the $30,000 top prize. How tough is the Georgia Invitational? In 2 days of competition, during more than 4,000 man-hours of angling, only 1,082 keeper bass have been caught. That's an average of 1 fish per 4 hours of angling per angler. It is a day of futility for many of these fishermen, like California Bass Pro Rich Tauber.
Yeah, I had one right under the boat, just tick, line got tight, and broke him off on the set. Then I had another one, I pitched my worm up in underneath the stock, my line just swings right out, and it just reeled down like this, and wham, I hit him, and the whole worm shredded. It just evidently came through his mouth, you know, sideways, just really bad breaks. You know, the fish had the whole worm, he pulled out of his mouth. The worm came back and it was just shredded. And it's so hard to get a bite.
And Rich Tauber isn't the only one who's frustrated.
Oh, my.
Good Lord. Like I took a rod out of my hand.
Oh, boy.
The final wave. This is where it happens.
So let's go with the limited bass for Hank Parker. 10 pounds, 7 ounces. Let's give him a great hand. Hank, you did a fantastic comeback. The first day was slow. Your weight first day, if I recall, was
4 pounds, 4 ounces.
4 pounds and 4 ounces. Well, let's put you clearly in the lead with the largest string of the tournament.
And Mickey Bruce, only 1 pound 6 ounces behind this morning, makes his bid.
Folks, Hank Parker is established himself in the lead right now, and Mickey Bruce, who started out today just barely off the lead, is just coming in with a limited bass. Come on up, Mickey. Folks, let's give him a good hand. He's got to have 6.5 pounds to tie Hank Parker for the lead. And he has 8 bass, or 7 bass, but they're just very marginally small fellows. We'll see. He's got to have 6.5 pounds to tie, 6 pounds 9 to take the lead. Six pounds, 8 ounces. He is tied the lead with Hank Parker. Now, I was told this morning you had a very unusual and a very unfortunate thing happen in losing a big fish. What happened?
The second bite I got, I set the hook and I was over a bar. And I rushed the fish and got it to the top of the water, and it weighed about 3 pounds. Rather than let him fight and go back down around the bar, I was going to sling him in the boat, and that no-net rule cost me a 3-pounder.
Cost you maybe $30,000.
That's very possible.
Which one of these, you want to hold those 2 fish up there?
Well, they're not much, but I'm proud to catch them.
Right now, you're tied for $30,000. I'd say be very proud of them myself.
BASS rules state that in case of a tie, there'll be a fish-off. But it may not be necessary. Gary Klein comes to the scales.
Second place when the day started. He was 1 ounce behind the lead, but now he's fallen out, and he has got to have 5 pounds and 3 ounces to become a part of the three-way tie for the lead. That's 5 pounds and 3 ounces. 5-4 put him in the lead. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bass. He's got to have 5 pounds and 3 ounces. We got another tournament starting in about an hour. All right, I'm going to call it this time if it lays down. 5 pounds, 5 ounces. He is now the new leader, Gary Klein, with 2 ounces ahead. Now, we got another man, Tom Mann Jr. is coming in. Hold a couple of feet. About 2 ounces, he's pulled into the lead for $30,000 first prize. That's as close as you can make it.
My big coach for the day.
Listen, did you think you had it?
Well, Ray, today the fishing, you know, a lot of the anglers were probably worried about the weather making the fishing tough. My fish didn't really get any tougher. The problem that I had today is when the wind started blowing is I couldn't feel the fish. I was fishing 6-pound test line and a little 4-inch worm around the boat docks, and the fish were real finicky. You had to play with them, almost like catching crappie or bluegill. And with this wind starting to blow, I was getting plenty of hits, but I actually couldn't feel the fish to play with them. I'd feel them when they release it. But I had my chance. I broke off a couple nice fish, and I lost 4 on the way to the boat. So if I don't win, I tried.
There's only one angler who can change the outcome, Tom Mann Jr.
All right, watch the scale slowly. It's got to be 5-4. 3 pounds, 13 ounces, Tom Mann Jr.
What can I say?
Finished second here last.
Well, I don't know. What you tell me? I mean, you just, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. It's the toughest day I ever spent on this lake in my life today.
Gary Klein, a pro bass angler who's won more than $100,000 in the last year with second-place finishes, finally makes it to the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the winner of the Georgia Invitational Bass Tournament from California, Gary Klein. That's a fantastic job, Gary.
Well, thank you, Ray. It took me by surprise. I really didn't think I'd win this tournament. I really felt that Tom Mann Jr. would come in with at least 6 pounds of fish. That's got to be at least his worst day of fishing on this lake. But I guess it goes to show that, you know, never give up. No matter how tough it gets for you, you got to hang in there, make as many casts as you can. And things weren't going quite my way today. I didn't actually have my first fish in the boat until about 11:30. And then I broke 2 fish off, and I lost about 4 on the way to the boat, but I just hung in there and just kept plugging away, and I guess I got the ones that really counted.
Right now, it's time for Scholl's Pros Pointers, the how-to section of the Bassmasters.
Now what I'm doing, I'm using a 6-inch worm, and I'm cutting the thing down to about 4.5 inches to begin with. And I'm using 8-pound test line, a 1/4 ounce sinker, and a size 1 Sproat hook. Not a 1/0, but a size 1 Sproat. And a lot of you say, well, how in the world do you have a little flimsy, light spinning rod, an 8-pound test line, and never get a hook in him? Well, one thing that I like to do is I like to catch the worm on the side. Instead of burying the hook point in the worm, I like to just pin the worm on the side, then pull it back and just bury the point. Now, really, that thing is like fishing an exposed hook, like a jig head. And, you know, you get a strike, and bam, when you set the hook, there it is. The hook just jumps right out of there and get him. So that's a little trick I like to use on these spotted bass, fishing with light line and a little light action spinning rod and being able to get the hook in them in 30 feet of water. If it wasn't for that, you'd have a hard time sticking a lot of them.
Stay on top, quick feet. Oh, that's good for
Man, I tell you, now that's tough to get the hang of.
So is that smokeless tobacco, Walt.
Go long cut now, it's real easy to use. Let's give it a try. Long cut means it packs easy, so it stays put between the cheek and gun.
Not moving around.
Yep, Skull Long Cut makes it real easy to enjoy tobacco without lighting up.
Got a nice taste to it.
And it comes in wintergreen or mint. Easy to use, great taste. That's Skull Long Cut.
It's as easy as falling off a log.
ounces, $30,000. And to Gary Klein, those 2 ounces were worth $25,000 more than second place. Think about it, $12,700 per ounce of bass. You bet there's gold in them there gills. Now, next week, we'll turn the pages of Bassmaster magazine for an in-depth look at one of the top pros in the country. That's Ricky Green. He'll tell you how to fish buzzbait and to prove his techniques work. We'll also visit New York and go drift fishing for big smallmouth on the St. Lawrence River. So don't miss it. Be with us next week. For the Bassmasters, this is Ray Scott.
Fish anywhere there's water, Lord knows he'll be there. He's just like a gypsy, mighty hard to
Champion and all-time leading money winner Roland Martin is fishing with NFL star quarterback Steve Bartkowski on Florida's Lake Okeechobee. Roland and Steve are fishing for trophy-sized largemouth bass using live native shiners.
fishing in his soul.
And today we're going to maybe fish some of these real thick reeds. So let me run the trolling motor, and if I have an anchor in the back and an anchor in the front, we'll get in position. We'll anchor the boat.
Okay, you just say
Ease
when.
right on in. And try to anchor real secure. And this little patch, I'll kind of come pretty close, Steve.
Okay.
Because the fish are kind of buried up in this heavy bulrush. And it's not many people are fishing this tight stuff. I call it kamikaze shiner fishing.
Sounds good.
And it's fishing this tight cover, and it's quite an opportunity. You need heavy tackle. And here, let me drop the anchor right here.
Okay.
Okay. And let me top right here. We got it now. Now, the secret is we have to get these big old giant shiners we have right in the middle of this heavy stuff.
Back inside.
Right. Okay. You have 2 rods, and I have 2.
Okay.
That's about all we'll be able to handle today. I'll adjust the floats. We use little pink balloons are what we have here today. Okay, let's see how the shiners are doing. Oh, boy, they're doing good. There's a bunch of them. All right, give me a great big old shiner. I'll put old Ned on there. Now, that's what we call, there's an 11-inch shiner, folks.
Wow.
That's what a lot of people use to catch fish that size. And that's half a pound shiner. But nevertheless, these big fish will hit these big shiners.
We'll go with a little bit less.
Yeah, we have. This is a real big one here. Put it on the hook.
These things are so lively, they're hard to catch.
Okay, now, Steve, what I'm doing is there's real heavy reeds here. I'm going to try to get this shiner right into the edge of them, back in there just a little ways. I'm just going to do an underhanded flip cast like so. Okay, that's a good spot. Adjust my drag, make sure my drag is real nice and tight. Put it in free spool, and put my other rod out. You're quite an athlete. Now, you caught onto this flip casting real quick. That's a good cast. That's perfect.
Well, I had a good teacher.
Well, see, you don't want to crash the bait. You don't want to make a big overhand smash cast because that will, that'll hurt the shiner.
Hurts the shiner. Yeah.
All right, let me put this one on. Get him on that point out there.
Okay.
That looks like a good spot,
I'm
too.
go on this other point.
Okay. Now, Steve, what we'll do, we'll fish here about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. If we don't catch one, what we'll do is we'll leave. Perfect. Well, that's good. That's a good spot. Well, folks, it's mid-January. We're on Lake Okeechobee in South Florida. Weather's about, 65, 70 degrees. The water temperature's just about spawning conditions here. Bit cloudy today, but the cloud cover could actually help our fishing. So between a champion quarterback like Steve Bartkowski and myself, we're going to see if we can catch a few bass today. Uh-oh.
Hey, look at there.
Hey, look, he's taking it down. He's taking it down. Oh, Steve, here
he goes.
Here he is.
There he goes.
He's got it. I'm gonna pick it up. I'll let him take it a little bit.
He's got it.
I got him. Oh, I got him somewhere in there. Kamikaze.
There he is. There he is.
Holy cow, son.
Look at that.
I got him out of the weeds now. There's nothing like this 40-pound line.
Golly.
What do you think? Oh,
look at that fish.
I'm talking about a big one. Look at the size of him. Ooh, look at him.
That's a good fish.
He's a big old bass. I don't know if we need the net or not.
You need it. I got it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we better net him.
Okay.
He's a big fish. He's a big fish.
He is a good one.
Okay, I'm going to slide him in. Here we go, Bart.
Oh,
hey, way to go, son.
Nice
Look at that
fish.
one. Oh!
Look at that.
This is Okeechobee shiner fishing. It's what it's all about, folks.
Look at
tell you
that.
what, that's a nice fish. Boy, I tell you, look at that hook, Steve.
Wow.
It just fell out. He
Look at
wasn't
that
even
bass.
hooked.
That's what I want to see.
Well, I'll tell you.
Look at that
Let's see
guy.
how much it weighs. That's a pretty nice little fish.
How much you going to guess?
I'd say it goes about, what, 6.5 pounds, 7?
Good fish.
Let's just see how big he is. Okay. Uh-oh. This little scale is a real good thing. We have all the guides out of the marina have these little scales, and then they'll weigh them on the lake. Like
Ooh,
that fish.
7 pounds.
That fish is right at 7 pounds, and what we have as a policy here at the marina, Steve, is we don't allow the guides to clean these trophy fish like 7-pounders. If the guy wants one to mount, say a big one like this, he can mount it, he can keep it, but we just don't allow the guides to keep them. So unless you want them for a mount, and I really don't want them to mount, I think we ought to release them.
Yeah, let's put them back.
Keep them,
Put them back.
the genetic strain going
Right.
good.
He'll be 10 pounds next year.
Yeah, hey, that's a deal. We'll come and get him next year.
You
Okay,
bet.
I'll just ease him in the water here and let him go. There he goes. Swims off good. Hey, I'll tell you what, Steve, that was
a nice fish. Well, we're
that-
on the right reed patch.
Did you see what he did, though? He took that float down, and then it was just a slow, steady movement right out through the center of those reed patches.
Yeah.
And with this 40-pound line, it sounds ridiculous, but this is heavy line. This is heavy tackle. In fact, folks, we're using a big, giant flipping stick and a big saltwater reel, but it has a clicker on it. You notice when those fish take it like that, so you can hear them run.
So you kind of snooze in between.
Yeah, you can say snooze a little bit. I'm going to put another shiner on and kamikaze him right back into that same spot. Okay, Steve, let me get another good one. Boy, I tell you what, that last shiner was perfect.
Yeah, I think mine quit working out here. I'm going to have to check him.
Well, let me hook this one on real quick.
These reeds are
Get
tough.
him just right and flip him in the water here. I'm going to do another flip cast. I'm going to hold the hook in my left hand about the distance of the reel and just flip it right over those reeds, right into that hole, right there.
Ooh, that's a good place.
Okay, that's a good spot. I'll put the clicker on. We're ready to go. What, you hung up there, Steve?
It's wrapped up solid here. These reeds are tough.
You ought to see Steve do a body wrap. This is 40-pound test line. Here's a 230-pound man trying to break 40-pound line. It's quite a challenge. Steve's developed a body wrap routine.
Go to the body wrap.
What he's doing, he's going to take that 40-pound line and he's going to wrap it all around his body and just, I'll take the rod. And he'll twist his body around and just keep turning. And just keep turning until it's got to give. It's got to, there.
Oh, man, those reeds are tough.
This 40-pound line's on.
Good gracious.
But it catches those fish, and that's what you have to have. You have to have a heavy line like that.
You got to have to get them out of those reeds, don't you?
That body wrap's all right. The reason that we're using heavy line today, folks, isn't that a 6 or 8 pound bass can break 40-pound line. They can't break the line. But in this case, you saw Steve pull as hard as he could and finally break the line, and it was just a hook caught in those reeds. So the reeds are incredibly tough, and if the fish wrap up in the reeds, well, you got to have heavy line. That's it.
That's the only way you're going to get it out.
Let's see. Let's tie up a deal here, Steve. If you'd show the folks how you tie in a hook, I'll get my special float routine. This is a balloon, the balloon float routine.
Give them a little back.
Let's see. I have some other balloons right here. Okay. We're using pink today. Pink, it's kind of an overcast day, and pink are kind of easy to use, so Steve will tie the hook on, and I'll take a pink balloon, and I'll blow it up just a little bit. We don't blow it up much. About like that. And I'll tie an overhand knot in the balloon right here. That stops it from leaking air. Now that you got that tied, you tie a good Palomar knot, too. That was a real good knot there.
Probably about the toughest, don't you think?
That's the toughest knot going.
This kind of a...
Okay, if you cut that little end off, here we'll use this clipper, cut the end off the Palomar, and, Now, to tie the balloon on, we're just taking another overhand knot, say about 2 feet up the line, and this balloon will slide up and down the line. You can wet this balloon, it makes it slip around easier. Just tie another overhand knot right there. And then you got it.
How'd you come up with the idea for the balloon?
Well, really, people have been using balloons a long time. It's not any kind of novel deal. Here at Lake Okeechobee, I guess John Rader is one of the guys that started the balloon deal, and then Bert Fisher, one of my guides, he started using it, and then I'm using it now. But I guess everybody's using balloons now. It's a little less resistance for the fish when he takes the balloon through the reeds. If the balloon gets caught on the reed, it stretches and pulls, and it's not that hard pull. If it's a float or cork, you know, it would be so solid.
Yeah.
Plus, this thing will slip down the line. See how the thing, if he puts a lot of pressure on it, it'll slip it on down, and he doesn't feel that pressure, and he'll have more of a tendency to take the lure, take the shiner. Well, I guess we got to get you another shiner there, Steve.
Let's get us another one.
And you know one thing that I'll do, I know that you know this, but I'll show the audience this. These shiners, there's sick ones, and there's healthy ones, there's black ones, there's green ones, there's all different kind of shiners. What you really want in a shiner is you want the liveliest shiner. So what you do, you look in the tank, you don't take the shiner that's sick laying on the top. Often you look down at the bottom and look for the greener one. Say a nice green one way down in there. Okay, Steve, here's one. It's just a perfect one. Ooh. And he's just real healthy. There's no scales off that shiner.
Not yet.
Not yet. And you try to get a shiner that's real lively, and all the scales on them, of course, that's an advantage, too.
Ready to go now.
And
if I can get him back in the
get him in the water. Okay. Tell you what, Steve, there's some big fish hitting in here today.
Working
He's
here.
got it going.
Working here.
He's got it going.
Working here.
You feeling good?
Yeah, he's on.
He's got it.
Goes.
He's got it. He's got it. Where's he, son? Man, I'm telling you what, he's in the reeds.
Come on.
Can you get him?
Sometimes
Keep
you come
going.
off of there if you just kind of coax him a little.
Just put a lot of pressure on him.
Keep the pressure on.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Just keep pulling hard.
Boy.
Yeah. Okay, you getting him? You're getting him. You're getting him. You're getting him. Yeah. Keep
Come
him
on
up
out of there.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, rolling this.
Can you get him?
I can't. I need a front end loader for this guy.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Hey, he is a big fish. Look at the size of him. Oh, son, I'm talking about another big bass. Ooh, let me get the net. Let me get the net.
He's wrapped up all in that grass. Come on.
Man, I'm talking about another big bass, Steve. That's a big bass.
That
he's in the pepper grass. He's in the pepper grass.
Whoa. What a mule. Come on. Come on, darling.
Look at the size.
Yeah. Oh, look at that bass.
What are you talking about? Look at the size. Hey, look at that growth on him. What is wrong? He's sick. I don't know what to
now
do
I
with.
know why I was able to pull him out of that grass. He had taken that hook just about as good as you can take one, I guess.
Wow, that thing is a big fish, though.
You got him?
Yeah. Okay. Look, 9-pound bass, Steve. Boy, that's a nice one. Hey, that's nothing wrong with him.
What a
bass. But I tell you what, he's got a funny little growth on him.
He really does.
I don't know if you wouldn't want to keep him, would you?
No, I don't think I want him on my wall.
He's a sick fish. Something wrong with him.
Okay, well, just let him go, huh?
Yeah.
Turn her back.
Yeah.
She'll have a good spawn.
That's a good deal. Go ahead and let it go.
There you go.
Good fish. Here's a towel if you need it.
I got one.
My shiner towel. Oh yeah,
That's
that's a good deal. That helps when you're shiner fishing.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, get another good shiner
Need
on there,
to get
Steve.
another one. Get ready to go here again. Where's our dip net?
Well, they're jumping around.
Yeah, boy. Whoa! What do you put in this water to keep these things?
Well, you know, the secret of good shiner fishing
I can't even catch one.
Is to treat the shiners right. I mean, I have a lot of stuff here. One of the things, Steve, is this chemical. This is a stuff called Shiner Life, and it's a product.
Shiner Life?
Yeah, Jungle Laboratories makes it, and it's called Shiner Life, and I'll put it in the water. It's just a blue chemical, and I'll put about that much in my tank, and it has salt in there. That promulgates the slime growth. It helps the slime out. It has methylene blue, that blue color. That helps fish get more oxygen. And then another product I use is just regular salt. This is just non-iodized salt, and I'll put a couple maybe 3 big handfuls of regular salt in that water.
Just put that right in the live well.
That hardens them up. It keeps their scales in position better. It keeps more slime on the fish, and it just helps with the fish. The other thing, I aerate these shiners with a bubble pump. These are special stones that I have these air pumps, and it pumps water, it pumps bubbles into the water. And I have a couple of them, and it's just all the aeration you need.
I'll tell you what, you're raising some athletes in there.
Yeah.
Those guys are ready to hunt when they come out of that tank.
Well, now, Steve, speaking of athletes.
Whoa, you got one going. He just took it under.
I'm gonna take him.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. Oh, son, I got one now. I got a good one. I got a good one there.
Cow, look at that fish.
Oh, man, I got a big one.
Woo.
He's coming out.
I guess you need the net, huh?
He's coming out, Steve.
Stay on him now.
Huh?
Stay on him.
He's a big fish.
How big is he?
Oh, man, he's monsters.
God,
He's monstrous bass.
that bass.
He's a monstrous bass.
keep
Oh, he's all
oh, look at that thing. Golly, look
Hey,
at
I
that.
tell you what,
Whoa!
he's a big one, Steve.
Can you stop him?
Oh, not really. He's way over here.
Woo!
He's way over here.
I need to come around this side?
Huh? Man, you're talking about a big fish.
Golly, that is a huge bass. Don't let him get in those reeds again.
Okay, okay, can you get him now?
I think I can get him.
Oh, man,
Can you bring him just
oh.
this way? Net job on. Oh, I got everything in the world
Oh,
here.
hey, look at that one, man. I'm talking about a big one,
What
son.
a bass.
Oh,
What a
what are we
bass.
talking about?
Golly.
Hey, that's close to 10 pounds. Folks, this is
Oh,
what
boy.
Okeechobee bass fishing's all about.
Where's
I'm
the
talking
scale?
about big, big fish. Look at the size
Golly.
of him.
Where's the scale?
Hey, I'm talking about one. I mean, I'll tell you, this thing will go practically. This is trophy class.
Look at that fish.
Trophy class. Let's just see how big he is.
Boy, oh boy.
Get that scale in there where he can't come
If that one
on.
goes over 10, I'm going to steal your place.
Okay. Uh-oh, what is it?
What is it? Right at 10, huh?
Not quite. No.
No?
By golly. Steve, look at that. It's just a quarter of a pound less than 10 pounds.
Just
It's
shy.
just shy of 10 pounds.
Golly, what a bass.
Right there.
What a bass.
Well, I tell you what, folks, this is what it's all about.
Whew.
I mean to tell you, a
What a
big,
fish.
big, big, big giant Okeechobee
What
special.
a fish.
That is a really beautiful fish. And again, I have to emphasize, when we catch these big trophy bass, it's so important, unless you're going to mount them, I think it's important to
Right.
release them.
Turn him back. Turn
And
him back.
but I tell you what, let's take a picture of it. If you can get that camera right there in that seat,
I'll do it.
and just take a picture of that thing, because I tell you what,
Okay.
that is such a nice,
That is
such a nice fish. Let's take a little picture of him right here.
There you go.
Is it on lock?
Big smile. Yeah, it's on lock. There we
Okay,
go.
there we go.
All right.
That's all we need. Okay, folks.
There we go.
You know, taking a picture of a fish is part of the game. It's really, you know, getting a good photograph and then going from there, letting them go at this point.
Yes.
That's a trophy bass, and I'm
That
going to
bass
let
go
him go.
back and spawn.
Let him go and spawn again another day. There he goes. He's swimming off. Steve, where's your float? Hey, oh my gosh. You got one now. You got one now.
Holy cow.
You better take him. I don't know where he is. There's
Where
a big
in the
fish on
world
there
is he?
somewhere. There's a big fish on there somewhere. Just keep,
Golly, Roland.
just keep on him.
Did you see the boil?
Can
I
you
think
get him?
that's a go-getter.
Huh?
We're going to have to go get that one.
Well, look at the size of that boil over there. Hey, that is a big fish. Oh, man, he's a big fish. Look at the size of him.
Golly, look at the
Hey,
boil.
he is really a big fish. He's a real... Hey, look at the size of him,
Look at him.
Steve.
I can see him
Look
now.
at the size of him. Wait a minute, I can't get the anchor up good.
You can't
Man,
get
I'm
the
telling you
anchor
what.
up? Well, he's stripping line.
Man, that is one big
I
fish.
don't know where he... I don't know how he can run in that thick stuff.
Man, that is a big fish. He's really wrapped up.
He's
That's
around
really-
about 4
that's-
clumps of reeds. Can
that's
you
a
get
big
the
one.
anchor up?
Not well. Man, I don't know.
Roland, you need to come here. I'm going after
Huh?
that fish. That's the longest
Man.
I ever had on one that big.
Let me see. I got to get these anchors. Whatever. I don't know how to get in there. Boy, he's so far back.
I'll tell you, look, I'm going in after him.
Going in?
I'm going. How deep is it right here?
About 3 or 4 feet.
I'm going. That doesn't matter. I'm going in.
We better hurry
You
up.
say there's alligators in this one?
Not too many. Not
okay.
as big as you are.
Don't make any difference to me.
Oh, Steve, wait, here's your rod. Here,
No, you hold on to it.
Okay.
I just want to go headline him. I ain't never had one on.
Man, he's
Hold
a
him up so I
monster,
can see
son.
where he is.
He's a big fish.
Hold
You
him
better
up.
hold
I
him.
just want to see where he is.
He's a big
Oh,
one.
Roland, you're not going to believe this.
How big is he? How big is
You're
he,
not going
Steve?
to believe it. He just
Huh?
attacked me.
It attacked you. Where'd he go?
I don't. Here he is, over here.
Huh? Man. Ah, hey, you got a trophy.
What about him,
Hey,
huh?
he's a monster. He's a monster. He's
never
weighing
seen
over
one
10
like that.
pounds. He's a monster.
Holy
Golly
cow.
day, I'll tell you what,
Oh,
boys.
man.
We got a fish.
I got to.
We got it.
Look
This
at
is what
this
it's all
stuff
about.
this
We'll just
thing-
cut that line. Just go ahead and cut
Look
the line.
at the stuff that this thing is
Man,
wrapped
I'm telling
around.
you what.
Holy cow.
Hey, don't drop him.
What a fish. Don't worry. I ain't dropping him.
I'll tell you what,
I
Steve.
promise you. I didn't get wet to drop him. I
I'll tell
promise
you what,
that.
that is one big, big bass. Let me get this other one in.
I'm going to cut the line.
I'm telling you, cut the line. Let me get this other anchor
When we
up.
get back, I'll buy you a hook. How about that?
Okay. Don't let him go.
Don't
That is a
worry.
monster.
He ain't going anywhere. I worked too hard for this one.
Steve, it didn't take you long to figure out how to get that fish.
There's only one way to go get it. You got to go get him.
Huh?
I ain't never had one on like this, Roland.
How big is he?
Oh, he's bigger than them 9-pounders.
Oh,
now,
man,
look out now. Hold on to him now.
One trophy bass. Look at the size of him, folks. This is what shiner fishing's all about.
What a fish.
Let's weigh this one. Let's weigh this one. Oh, I'm talking about a big one, son.
Oh, I expect to see double digits on that one.
Look at that.
How big?
Over 11 pounds.
11 pounds.
He's over 11.
Man!
He's over 11 pounds.
What a hog.
Man, you're talking about I don't know exactly how big he is. I really don't know. I have a real accurate scale.
I'll tell you what we can do.
Yeah?
Seeing how that's the biggest of the day and that's the biggest of my life, we're going to go back into the marina and we're going to find out just how big he is. I want to go get him certified.
Okay, folks, we've had a heck of a day, but for right now, I agree with Steve. This is a trophy fish, and we're going to have to go back and check out what we got here. And Steve, you're cold.
I am ready to come back in the boat.
Can you get it?
I think I can. Can you get that rod in?
I got the rod. I got the rod in. I got the rod in there. John, you talking about a big one. We got a trophy.
We went after him.
Oh, I tell you what, folks. We got him here.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if you're going to mount him or what you're going to do.
What a day. Well, he's going, I tell you what, if he's over 10 pounds, he's going on the wall.
Okay, folks, we'll see you back at the dock. But join us again next week. And if you see Steve or I on the road, ask Steve just exactly how big that fish is, because, boy, you got a big one.
What a great day.
We got to go in and weigh that fish. Let's go, Steve.
What a great day.
It's cold and windy today, but we got to go check out how big that fish is. Woo! That's Tarzan and Steve Barkowski at it again, wading in after the alligators and the bass.
Oh, man.
I tell you what, folks, we'll see you again next week.
Bass Angler Sportsman Society. Megabucks, a 6-day elimination tournament that not only pits the best bass anglers in the country rod to rod for more than $660,000 in cash and awards, but also, for the first time, puts bass fishing enthusiasts right in the middle of the catching action, right in the middle of the heat and competition of tournament bass angling. Stay on board. The Bassmasters will be right back with the most exciting tournament in the history of professional bass fishing. 1986. The 208 BASS anglers who paid $2,200 for the right to compete in this tournament will be remembered as special names in bass angling history. Because this tournament, Megabucks 86, is the turning point in professional bass angling, a place in time where this profession achieved spectator status for the first time in the 19-year history of the Bass Angler Sportsman Society. The place, the Harris Chain of Lakes in central Florida near Leesburg. The time, early April. The tournament structure, unique. After 2 days of practice, these anglers compete for 3 days to make the top 50. At the end of the third day of regular competition, 158 fishermen will either head home or sit on the bank and watch as the top 50 anglers, paired 2 to a boat, compete in one final elimination round. These top 50 carry their 3-day catch weight into this 4th day. At the end of this last elimination round, the top 10 anglers advance to the finals, where they'll start all over with blank scorecards for a 2-day shot at more than $330,000 in cash and awards. At that time, they'll fish from identically rigged boats and be paired with a non-fishing observer from the press corps who's reporting this event. When Megabucks was first announced, it was felt by many anglers that local fishermen would dominate the competition. But now, the first 3 days elimination period is over. And as the final 50 head out this 4th day, 32 of these fishermen, 64% of the field, are BASS Tournament Trail regulars, professional bass anglers. The pairing is unique and fair. The first place man is paired with the 25th place man, the second place contender with the 26th place angler, and on down the line, with Bassmaster champions paired with other Bassmaster champions, like Roland Martin and Gary Klein, Ken Cook and Jack Haynes, and Charlie Ingram and Cliff Kraft. The competition is fierce, and the bucks, big. After this 4th day, the top 10 will advance to the finals. The next 10 anglers from 11th place to 20th each takes home a check for $6,296. And the final 30 each earn $4,449.50 for the 4 days' work. The weigh-in is tense, as Jack Haynes, 16 pounds 10 ounces off the pace, and at the back of the pack in 41st place starting today, comes to the scales.
17 pounds, 7 ounces.
I love it, Ray. I really do, boy.
This may do it, boy.
I hope it does.
Put you in there.
All I was looking for was the top 20.
What did Klein tell you when you were standing in line? Did he tell you you made the top 10?
I fished with Ken Cook. I got to give him a lot of the credit because he put me on a bunch of those fish. We caught 2 big fish on my fish. 2 fish that go close to 6 pounds.
612, you big bass.
Well, that's pretty close to 6, isn't it? But anyway, he caught 1, 2, and I caught that one on my fish, and then we went and flipped his water and caught the rest of it.
You love megabucks, don't you?
Ooh, no, I do.
All right, boy, stick around now. We'll find out if you made the top 10.
All right.
All right.
The weigh-in is over. The scoring underway as the 50 contestants await the outcome. From 208 who started, only 10 are left.
And what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is call out the top 10 and get them up here one at a time, let you meet these people, find out who he is, what he does, and how he did it. And take his blood pressure because he's moving into a new ball game tomorrow. He's just qualified for the Olympics tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be tough. I hope I'm in the right place at the right time.
Well, you can't be there but an hour.
I know. got to make hay while the sun shines, huh?
If there's ever going to be any innovations made in the sport of freshwater bass fishing, you guys are going to have to be the ones to do it. And I think this is a step in the right direction. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get out there anymore. I don't know what to do when I get out there, but I can't wait to get out there.
Some of these guys are what I guess you could call my heroes. They're are all super fishermen. I'm really just glad to be here and to be able to go out again tomorrow and compete with them. I mean, you know, here I've grown up and read about them and learned from them, and now maybe I get to use what I've learned from them against them and see what I can do with it.
Yeah, I knew I had 14, 15 pounds of fish, and I knew that going in 10th place today that'd be enough, or I figured it would be. I hoped it would. I quit fishing at 1:30 and let my partner fish.
Really fortunate to be here. I feel kind of like David felt when he went up against Goliath with all these good fishermen out here, and I just feel real fortunate to be here.
Today I had my bad day, got it over with, and I got 2 good days ahead of me.
I caught the world record catfish, and somebody said, you ought to join a bass club if you're that good. And I said, well, I don't know anything about bass fishing, and I didn't. So I joined a bass club, and next thing I got a Ranger boat, and I'm here. I can't believe it. It just don't get no better.
Feels real good. It's tough fishing, I tell you. You had to be consistent, and I was fairly consistent, didn't lose very few fish, you know, getting 6, 7 strikes a day. And mentally, you know, you had to really go after it. Today, I had a limit by 10 o'clock. Can't believe it.
Huh?
I can't believe it. I had to come from a long way to get here.
What position were you?
I was in 41st place.
Love the megabucks. Only one thing I want you to do, and I'm like Denny Bryer, I got one suggestion now. We need one day to rescue, boy. It's hard on fat boys.
The final 10. And beginning tomorrow, they'll be competing for the richest payout in BASS history. $352,686 in cash and merchandise. The winner will receive a $63,000 cash annuity, a $20,000 fully rigged bass boat, and an $18,000 vehicle. Stay tuned. The Bassmasters will be right back as the final 10 go for the gold. Megabucks 86. The start of something big and new. Not only new for the thousands of spectators who will applaud and cheer the contenders the next 2 days, but also something new for competitive bass angling. A marked-off fishing course specifically designed to put the greatest amount of fairness in the angling and place bass fishing competition right in front of the spectators. The competition site, 3,000-acre Little Lake Harris, has been buoyed off into 10 separate fishing areas, 10 marked fishing holes. Following the weigh-in last night, the fishermen drew for their starting hole. This morning, they began by checking in at one of the 4 control boats anchored in the middle of the lake. They then proceed to the numbered hole they drew last night. They'll fish each hole for 1 hour. then check back to the control boat, report their success, and proceed to the next numbered hole. They'll rotate the fishing holes until each angler has fished all 10 areas. That's 10 hours of fishing for these bass anglers. The press observers in the boats, in addition to gathering story material and photos, do double duty as research reporters. After each fish catch, they record the when, where, and how it was caught. As the hours click off, the excitement builds as more and more bass are landed. And this excitement is not limited to just the contestants.
There he is.
Oh, beautiful. See, I told you to set up here.
Georgia angler Roger Farmer, a 35-year-old touring pro, lands a 4-pound bass in what the angler thinks is hole number 4. He reports he has about 9 pounds of bass in the live well. Hometown favorite John Leach is not faring as well. He has yet to put a keeper bass in the boat. Jack Haynes caught his first 12-inch keeper bass at 6:46 a.m. At 10:29 this morning, he had his 7 bass limit. Now he works for an anchor fish, a lunker bass. While many spectators watch from the bank, others join the anglers on the water.
Where you fish and get serenaded.
Start. But you can't do the things you used to do 35 years ago.
Some 2,000 spectators jam the weigh-in area at Leesburg, Florida, as the fishermen return. It is here the best of Megabucks 86 will be decided tomorrow. But today's weight will mean much in seeding tomorrow's field.
Now, from Louisiana, little town of Zowali, little Jack Haynes with a limit of 7 bass, all alive. George, Jack, I saw you catch 2 of your fish right by the bridge. On what hole was that?
I think that was 10.
You caught 2 right there. Bang, bang.
Sure did.
Using a doodaddy.
Yeah, one of them. That's right.
With a goo-goo cluster as a trailer.
No, I had, actually, it was a thingamajig as a trailer.
Oh, I see. Well, I couldn't tell. I was about 100 yards away. We got 7 bass, all alive, for Jack Haynes, who won the Bassmasters Classic in 1974.
75.
5 it was. All right, the weight today?
11 pounds, 7 ounces.
11 pounds, 7 ounces for Jack Haynes. Jack, you know, I'm sure you've heard, you're leading the tournament at the moment.
Ray, I don't think I'm going to be leading it very long. I've heard that Roger has got one that'll beat the whole stringer I've got here. So I just want to sit and watch this.
The last fisherman to weigh in is Roger Farmer. The biggest bass caught each day is worth $901 to the angler.
And the weight?
12.
15 pounds, 12 ounces, and the new leader. We can weigh the big bass. I want to get a bunch of photographs. Come on now. Woo! Let's hear it, folks.
One more time, Robert.
This is a spectacular fish. It's going to run every bit of 7 pounds. What do you think this bass away? We're going to put the scale. Let's give it a second, Harold. Let's just look at me. You've been looking at fish flesh almost as long as I have.
I ain't betting with you again.
Fish is going to run 8 pounds or more. Watch the scale.
9 pounds, 8 ounces.
9 pounds, 8 ounces. There is a new big bass leader.
There he is, folks.
Now, listen, you won't tell us today what you caught the bass on. I know you're not going to let a word out on anything, but will you tell us tomorrow, Roger?
Yeah, I'll tell you tomorrow afternoon. But I ain't going to tell you now.
Will you tell us what color it was?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I'm not interested in the color. If I get the color, but let me, was it a hard bait or a soft bait?
He's pretty hard.
Hard bait, uh-huh.
He got a hard luck story for you, too. If you
Oh,
want to hear it.
Wait a minute. What, Harold?
I said he got a hard luck story for you, too, if you want to hear it.
I didn't see any hard luck in that basket. What are you talking about, Roger?
I messed up today and got on the wrong area. I sat there and looked at this area, and I told my partner, Shirley Gardner, I said, I'll catch a fish right there. And I sat there and looked at it, thinking it was in the next area coming up. And I went in and checked in and come back. And the second cast, I caught one about 4. About 15 minutes, caught one about a pound and a quarter. And then Harold informed me I was in the wrong area. And I had to throw the fish back.
4-pounder?
Yeah, and a pound and a quarter.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Were you in the wrong spot?
I didn't think I was.
Where were you?
Harold said I was, so I was. What Harold says goes.
Well, day 5 is over. Tomorrow makes history. Stay tuned. The Bassmasters will be right back with the finale of Megabucks 86. The final test, and Megabucks on the line. For one angler, the winner, there's $101,000 in cash and awards awaiting him at the weigh-in. Only 4 pounds 5 ounces separate the leader, Roger Farmer, and Jack Haynes, a Louisiana bass fishing pro who has proved he has the right stuff and can handle the pressure. He won the 1975 Bassmasters Classic. Jack's fishing a spinnerbait, the lure he used yesterday to land his 7 bass limit. At 9:36 a.m., Roger Farmer had 6 keeper bass. This would be his 7th.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Got a limit.
Spectators line the banks and bridges, and their enthusiasm proves that Megabucks is the start of something big.
I love fishing. I'm from Michigan, and you get more bass here in one day than I see in Michigan at all the times I fish. Lots of bass, and I love this contest. And being able to watch everybody is really great. I hope they have it every year.
You know, being a spectator sport the way it is, it can't help but draw more people into the business and encourage more people to fish, and some professionally, some amateur. And the more amateurs you have involved in it, I think the more those amateurs will turn professional after a while. And the more professionals you get into it, the more sponsors you're going to have, the more popular it's going to become, and the more money people are going to start winning. And yes, I think there's a definite possibility of it becoming an every Saturday or every Sunday, you know, viewing for TV people, you know, and people around the country. And I think that would just be great. I thoroughly enjoy it myself. I've been out here every day this week, and I've never seen anything like it around here. And I sure hope they come back. I've had a great time.
Roger Farmer is now fishing the bridge hole number 10, as more than 200 spectators on land and water watch him work for $101,000. As Farmer casts and reels, tournament director Harold Sharp explains to the crowd the technique the angler is using.
Ladies and gentlemen, I noticed that Roger has gone to some fishing methods. In the fishing circle, this is called kneeling and reeling. And it's used to get the bait down another 3 or 4 feet. He'll cast and get down on his knees and put the rod down in the water. He'll run the bait about 3 or 4 feet deeper sometimes. It's developed in the tournament circuit. They call it kneeling and reeling.
At 2:08, Jack Haynes catches his 5th bass. Although Roger Farmer has a limit, they're not big fish. If Haynes can manage a limit, anchored with a big fish, he can pull ahead. The difference between first and second place is $27,000. Megabucks 86 takes on a carnival-like atmosphere as more than 3,000 fishing fans on land and water await the return of the top 10.
Let's remember, when they come in and they hit that bank and the last motor shut off, I'm going to give you one of these signs, and let's give them a roaring good welcome, because They are dog-tired, and they're beat, they're sunburned, some of them are snake bit. But somebody in there, there's $350,000 coming in with these boats you see right here. Let's give them a good welcome, fellas. I like them apples. I like them apples, Forrest Williams. There they are, folks. They're all made it safe and sound. I'm seeing the faces of our leader, Roger Farmer, as of yesterday. Jack Haynes. There's old Charlie Ingram from Tennessee. Jared Guest from Georgia. George Meadows from Holiday, Florida. Cliff McKendry just pulled to the shore. Orlando Wilson of Woodstock, Georgia, pulling up with a blue hat with a red A on it. Orlando has his own TV show, as you know. A great colorful fisherman, Ralph Barbie from Evans, Georgia, just out of Athens. Randy Mosley, and of course, a local hero and a great fisherman, John Leach. They're all in safe and sound.
The anglers are tired. Including practice time, they have fished 8 long days, 20 hours in the last 2 days to make this final weigh-in. But their efforts will be rewarded, both in dollars earned and in the respect of this full house crowd. 8 fishermen have weighed in as Jack Haynes comes to the platform.
Now, folks, yesterday, in second place, he had 11 pounds and 7 ounces. Today, he comes in with a limit of 7 bass. This little fella from Zwolle, Louisiana. There he is, Jack Haynes, folks. Let's give him a nice welcome as he comes up here. Jack, man, I can't believe this. You know, there's a whole lot of money riding on these fish. You realize the difference. You get into you're already getting, if these fish weigh what I think, you're going to end up being somewhere in the, well, $40,000, $50,000 range.
The more the merrier.
All right, let's get ready now and watch Harold Sharp closely. Get your head up there close where you can see it. 11 pounds, 4 ounces. Woo! And wait, what? All right, my score man, Bob Cobb, says he is pulled into the lead. Jack Haynes, you're in the lead.
As Haynes takes the lead, there is only one angler who can change the outcome, Roger Farmer.
Roger Farmer of Georgia, but he has 7 keepers. He's got to go some now to beat him.
Roger Farmer needs 7 pounds to win megabucks and $101,000.
$101,000 smackers. And every fish alive. Thank you, Roger. Thought it was Roger. I thought it was your wife. Folks, that's what it's about. That's a $101,000 richer family. That's what it's all about.
And with this Megabucks Championship comes a special award.
Now here is a buckle. This piece of work is done by a sculptor. It's gold and silver, folks. I want you to hold that high, let people look at it. Folks, it's not big, but it's just like solid diamonds to a man that won it. Roger Farmer's buckle. He's the only man. There'll never be another one like that one. Roger, do you have any other final remarks before we sign off?
Yeah, I want to show y'all something. If I can keep my composure long enough. If I can find it. My father died when I was at Okeechobee. And he always carried a buckeye and a bent nail with him. And
And when he died, I got him. I mean, I wish he was here where he could see, you know.
Give him a good hand, folks. Hey, kid. You're a champ, boy. You're a champ.
For Roger Farmer and bass fishermen everywhere, Mega Bucks, the start of something big.
There he is. Big good fish.
Really good. Ooh, that's so pretty. Man, they got fat.
Hey, I'm Ray Scott for the Bassmasters. You know, there's only one angler in the history of the Bass Angler Sportsman Society who's ever qualified for 14 consecutive Bassmaster Classics. That's Ricky Green of Arkansas. And today we'll be fishing buzzbaits on Gibbons Creek Lake in Texas with Ricky, and talking about how he manages to maintain his consistency in a very, very competitive sport. Ricky will also talk about what it takes to become a professional, full-time bass fisherman. And then he'll show us some tips to buzzbait fishing. We'll also visit New York State for a trip aboard a big charter boat, drift fishing for Thousand Island's famous smallmouth bass. So stay on board. The Bassmasters will be right back.
They call him Mr. Consistency because every time the curtain goes up for the Bassmasters Classic, Ricky Green is there. He's qualified 14 straight years. There's always some luck in bass fishing, but in professional bass angling, there's something more.
You feel truthfully now, you've been able to do that year after year, and never were you just close to qualifying. You always qualified solidly, and I know on one occasion you caught the largest bass on record in any classic. But what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think most of it is being fortunate enough, Ray, to travel all over the United States and fish all the different lakes, you know. If you stick in one area of the country and you fish those particular lakes, it's a lot more difficult on you to learn to be versatile, and I think versatile is the most important thing in fishing. You know, you got to learn to fish with spinning gear and light line. You go to the clear lakes, and you better be able to use that or you're not going to catch any, and you need to get in a lake like this, and you need 25-pound line and heavy stuff, and you just got to kind of learn how to adjust to different situations that you run into. And without being versatile, if you throw a plastic worm all the time or spinnerbait all the time, you know, you're not going to catch fish in a lot of situations.
So you sort of develop instincts for different water conditions and weather conditions.
Yeah, and you know, confidence is one factor that you've always got to have wherever you go. And a lot of times when you get down, your confidence is not up, and that's you know, it's a big factor in where you do well or not in a tournament. I can go to a lot of tournaments and, you know, have my confidence real high and not catch anything, but I don't let it get me down.
As in any professional competition, the top seedings will always sport familiar names. In bass angling, it's names like Roland Martin, Rick Klein, Larry Nixon, Hank Parker, and Ricky Green. But there are new names finding their way to the scoreboard. Newcomers like Denny Brower, Tommy Biffle, and 17-year-old Bill Hartley, who fished his first Bass Angler Sportsman Society tournament at the recent Georgia Invitational and finished 11th out of 291 anglers. Ricky Green knows about getting started in this profession.